Coin 6 is always investigating, and we were the first station in the country to tell you about the dangers lurking in a hair treatment called the Brazilian Blowout. Our series of stories did lead to change, but tonight we're learning some new information now about Brazilian Blowout. Authorities say they are concerned that some people still aren't aware of the risks that come with using that product. Amy Frazier joins us now with the latest on this investigation. This started about 3 years ago, Amy, right here in Portland.
It did, Kelly. It started with one Portland hairstylist speaking up about a hair straightening solution she said was making her sick. 3 years later, we checked back with that stylist and those who put Brazilian Blowout to the test as the company prepares to shell out millions of dollars to settle a class action lawsuit. Take a look at the Brazilian Blowout website and you'll see the company has changed the way it does business, posting right here in the material safety data sheet that its original hair straightening solution releases formaldehyde gas, a suspected carcinogen.
I certainly think it's progress if we look back to the day 3 years ago when the company's website said formaldehyde free.
No harsh chemicals.
No harsh chemicals, and when the material safety data sheet made no mention of methylene glycol or formaldehyde. So it's absolutely progress.
In the latest legal action pending in Los Angeles County, the California maker of Brazilian Blowout, called GIB, has agreed to pay more than $4.2 million to settle a class action lawsuit. Those who used the product before June 6, 2012 have until September 23rd to apply for a cash award. Stylists can claim $75 for each purchase of Brazilian Blowout. Consumers, $35 for each treatment, up to 3. People who qualify can also claim medical expenses of up to $2,000. These are just some of the results we continue to monitor after Portland hairstylist Molly Scrutton first shared her health concerns with Oregon authorities and Coin News in 2010.
The vapors coming up started to hurt my lungs and hurt my throat.
She would later learn hairstylists across the country had things like nosebleeds and breathing problems after using a product that said formaldehyde free right on the bottle. We checked in with Molly this week by phone.
I'm really thankful to the state of Oregon and Crowett and Oregon OSHA and you guys at the news, because I think that everyone has kind of went out initially out on a limb to cover the story and to do the research.
That research started after the hairstylist complained to OHSU's Center for Research on Occupational and Environmental Toxicology, or CROAT, where today experts believe awareness is a win for consumers and stylists.
Prior to this thing blowing up, people weren't being informed that there was a potentially dangerous chemical in a hair product. So now people have more awareness of the fact that does exist. They have more choice now.
For example, stylists who now choose to use Brazilian Blowout will find safety instructions like wearing protective gloves and using proper ventilation. Despite testing and hazard alerts from agencies like Oregon and federal OSHA, the potential risk of using this product hasn't been without controversy. In fact, the Brazilian Blowout maker filed a lawsuit against Oregon OSHA and OHSU saying their results were false, a lawsuit the company later dropped.
I am concerned that I think in a lot of circles the risks continue to be underplayed, and there's a suggestion that it's somehow a regulatory technicality, not a real risk to workers and even to consumers. And I actually appreciate the fact that you're doing a story to remind people that this is still a potential problem.
Now, the company did not return our call for comment. However, I can tell you that the company has agreed to settle the class action lawsuit without admitting any liability. A hearing for final approval will be held in October. You can learn more information about making a claim at coin.com. Kelly?
Amy, that's a great and important follow-up. Thank you. Coin 6 is always investigating, so if you have a story you'd like us to look into, send us the details on our website or email them to news@coin.com.